Welcome to Study Loop.
So in this problem, we are asked to pick an indicator for use in the titration of three acids with a strong base. And as we know that the indicator change color at the endpoint of the titration, and if we choose the correct indicator, the endpoint will occur at the equivalence point. And based on the pH of the equivalence point, whether the whether the pH at the equivalence point is an acidic pH or neutral pH or basic pH, we will be able to use this table to choose the indicator or the right indicator for that titration. As we can see that in this list there are a few indicators and the pH at which they change color. So first we need to know the equivalence point of the titration, and we need to know the pH of the equivalence point of that titration. And if the pH is an acidic pH, then we will choose an indicator which changes color at acidic pH, or if the pH is a neutral or basic, in that case we will have to choose the indicator accordingly. So first we need to know the pH at the equivalence point of each titration, and to know that first we have to set up an expression or a relation between the pH and the Ka or Kb values. So since here we are working with three acids titrated by a base, so if we consider a if we consider an acid and a base of same concentration, in that case, as you know that at the equivalence point of any titration, we have the number of moles of acid is equal to moles of number of moles of base at the equivalence point. Now, if at the equivalence point we have, or if we have the acid and the base of same concentration, then as we know, that means that at the equivalence point we will have equal volume of the acid and the base. So that means of- in that titration of an acid by a base, the conjugate base of this acid produced will have a concentration of half of the value of the acid and base concentration. So for example, if we have an acid of concentration of zero point 0.1 molar, and we have a base of or the base we are titrating the acid with has a concentration of similar zero point 0.1 molar, in that case the conjugate base of the acid produced will have a concentration of 0.05. And now as we know that for a weak acid titrated by a strong base, um, at the equivalence point the reaction occurs is basically the hydrolysis of the conjugate base of that acid. So for example, if our acid here is Ha, then it will dissociate to give us H plus plus A minus, and this A minus is our conjugate base here. So at the equivalence point what will happen is basically the hydrolysis of this conjugate base, or the hydrolysis will occur at like this. So it will give us um, the acid and hydroxide ion. So if we find the expression for the Ka value here, or since we are finding the hydrolysis of a base here, so we have to find the Kb value here. So the Kv value will be equal to the product concentrations over the reactant concentration. And since water is a liquid, it will not participate in the equilibrium expression. So, and as we already said that the concentration of the acid and the concentration of the base are equal, that means the concentration of these two will be equal, and we can write this expression or rewrite this expression as, on the top we can write OH minus square instead of HA and OH minus concentration, and the bottom we have the conjugate base concentration. And as the conjugate base concentration we have already found as zero point zero 0.05, that means on the top we will have OH minus square, the bottom we will have 0.05. Now again, as we know that KBs or we have an relation between K and KB, which is KW is equal to KA times KB. That means KB is equal to, or here you can write KB is equal to KW over KA. And from here we can write an expression for the OH minus concentration, which will be root over um, KW times 0.05 over Ka. And again, as we know that pH is equal to um, pH is equal to 14 minus POH. So, and again, POH means log of OH minus concentration. So we can write it 14 plus log of root over KW 0.05 over Ka. Now, this is our relation between the pH and the Kf value of the acid or the weak acid we are titrating with a strong base. Now, using this expression, we will be able to find out the pH at the equivalence point of a weak acid strong base titration. Now, in first case, we have an acid HF. So the Ka value for the HF is 3.5 times 10 to the power minus 4. And now if we just plug in the Ka value here in this equation, we will see that um, the pH will be around uh, zero point 0.8 at the equivalence point. So this pH is basically the pH at the equivalence point. So that means the equivalence point will occur at pH 8, and that means the endpoint will occur at pH 8 if we choose the correct indicator. So we have to go for the indicator which changes color at or around pH 8. So from here we can see that the indicators, the phenol red or M nitrophenol, these two basically changes color at a pH around 8. That means for the titration of HF with a strong base, we'll have to use uh, any of these two indicators. And then for B, we have an acid HCl. And since HCl is a strong acid, as you know that the strong acid strong base titration occurs at a pH of 7 or at the neutral pH, or so we have to find the indicators that changes color at around pH 7. And from here we can see that um, the alizarin here, or the bromothymol blue, or phenol red, or M-nitrophenol, any of these, and basically the alizarin and the bromothymol blue, these two will change color around 7, and also the phenol red and M-nitrophenol. So we can use any of these um, indicators here for the titration of HCl with a strong base. Now for the third one, we have the acid HCN. So the pKa, or the Ka value of HCN, is 4.9 times 10 to the power minus 10. So if we plug in this Ka value in this formula here, we will see that the pH at the equivalence point will be around 11. So if we go back to the chart, here we can see that for the pH 11, the alizarin yellow R, this is the indicator that changes color around pH 11. So for the titration of HCN with um, a strong base, we'll have to use the indicator alizarin yellow R.